meantime, and es sieht so aus, we're gonna take some questions from the audience. Wir werden ein paar Fragen von euch beantworten. Das heißt, wenn ihr Fragen habt, ich komme jetzt zu euch runter. Und Steve, der Mann hier, ist derjenige, den ihr eure Fragen als erstes stellen sollt. Egal, stellt sie auf Deutsch, stellt sie auf Englisch und wir kriegen sie am besten. Okay? Da haben wir schon die erste. Steve. Und ich komme mal am besten zu euch runter. I'm with you in a second. I'm just changing. I'm back in a second. Okay, in a second. Ach so, okay. Hat gar keine Frage. He just wants you to sign this book. We can do that. Haben wir eine Frage hier? Bitte? Okay, kannst du auf Englisch? Perfekt. Haben wir eine Second? Wir müssen noch warten, bis wir bereit sind. Okay. Okay, bitteschön.
My question is, will there be some kind of in-game chat, like in World of Warcraft or Meta, because you tell so much about story, and the option is use voice chat like TeamSpeak, or is there something in-game so you can regulate what voices on off, so you can hear game itself, or something like that?
So you're asking in-game chat, like we don't, we're not shipping with anything built in, so we're not shipping with the built-in chat, voice over IP chat system. Of course, you can use TeamSpeak or the other, like the voice over IP subsystem, so we aren't shipping with that built in. Okay, cool. Okay, let's let them finish signing the book. Nice one. Also, wenn ihr eine Frage habt, Steve ist euer Mann. Thank you. Finish. Yeah. Du hast auch eine Frage? Bitteschön.
On the Comic Con in San Diego, you told us something about the beta weekends. When are they start?
So the beta weekends are starting in fall. So what's going on right now, we are testing the game. The game is actually live every day, all day, all night. There's people playing it. And we're doing that, first of all, North America, but now it's coming here very soon. We're doing that. The beta weekends start a little later, so closer to fall, and then we start expanding. One thing to know about the beta weekends, you have to be signed up on the site and signed up as a tester to get into them. So make sure you do that, and it's a great chance to get the chance to play in events.
Okay, next question. My question would be, you have great emphasis on story, and you can get light and dark side points through choices. As I found out, you have gear for light or dark side tires in accordance to your standing on the light or dark side level. But what if I'm having a neutral alignment because I'm choosing dark side or light side alignment as light, and I have gear? Or if not, I think people are rather gear-oriented when leveling and playing, so they will choose light side just to get the gear. Do you have gear for grace?
So the question was around light side, dark side choices. Are you always forced to make a light side choice or dark side choice in a conversation if you don't feel like you don't want to progress, you want to stay more neutral? Okay. I think in all the conversations we're striving to provide options that allow you to make a neutral choice. You aren't forced to make the light side, dark side. And when you mouse over the choice, you'll see if it's going to lead to that outcome or not. So like a light side point gain or a dark side point gain. So we want you to have that knowledge in advance so you can make that informed choice.
No, sorry, that was not my question. I was not talking about decision conversations. I was talking about during the game, you will accumulate light and dark side points through your decisions. It can happen that you have a neutral alignment because you sometimes choose the dark side and sometimes you choose the light side. But you have gear for light and dark side in the game. So I am somewhat unclear about that players want to choose the light side or the dark side choices in conversation each and every time just to get the light and dark side gears which is in the game. So, do you have something equivalent for people that have a neutral alignment?
So, hey, sorry, I'm answering.
Steve,
yes, the answer is we are going to try and get neutral or grey gear into the game, so that there's something worthwhile for people who choose that neutral path.
Cool. Perfect. Thank you for your patience. Die nächste Frage von dem her. Hallo, wie ist dein Name? Alex. Next question comes from Alex.
Next question, you ready? Okay, good question.
Hi, my question is about the Guild Phase launching program. We already have Phase 1 and Phase 2 is to start somewhere in the future. And my question is, what can we expect from Phase 2 of the Guild launch program?
Well, I can't say too much about it. I know it's well underway. You know, in the sense I've been seeing some of the stuff behind the scenes. I mean, what would you say about Phase 2 Guild stuff? I mean,
It's soon. It's very soon.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's coming soon. We'll tell you what it is shortly. It's happening.
We've talked about the fact that you'll be able to ally yourself with guilds. So you'll be able to choose up to 3 guilds, either to ally or to be an adversary involved. Does that make sense?
Thank you. All right. Noch eine Frage. Hey, hallo, bitteschön. Are there any plans to balance the player of left population in the circle? Because I remember Aeon, and that was horrible because I can't play together with my friends just because of the population between both sides.
So, what was the problem you had? Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of ways you can do that. I mean, one of the ways to do it is provide incentives. One of the interesting things is, maybe stepping out here, you may be able to have multiple factions. So you might be able to not switch, but you may have characters on the same server involved. So it'll actually naturally balance itself out. Yeah,
We'll also be aware of which the population balance in the server when you join, and we'll try and guide you into a server that's appropriate from a population perspective and also a balance perspective too. So we'll be trying to guide people to the right location. It's ultimately your choice, so we want to make people sure they have that choice too.
Okay, Antwort okay. Cool. Nächste Frage. Hallo. Deine Frage, bitteschön. Your question. Wie es dir besser gefällt auf Englisch, wäre cool. Deutsch ist besser? Okay, he will ask his question in English, in German. I try to translate it. Please.
Erstmal einen Schritt nicht
Bitte nochmal.
ob jetzt in Zukunft mehr Verbote haben.
Are there going to be more games in the Old Republic franchise?
Well, I mean, right now we're focusing on the Old Republic, so I mean, that's our, we're pretty heads down on making sure the Old Republic is awesome, and I think the number of stories we have in the game, just each story, every class is basically a unique story in its own right. So you think about it, say this, and we were kind of in jest when we first said it years ago, but the Old Republic is kind of like that's the Old Republic 3, 4, 5, 6, and beyond. It's many, many, many games all in one, and I think people are going to find it a really rich MMO, and it's also a great soloable experience with a great story arc and lots of choice. So I think you'll find that more than enough to handle for quite a long time.
Okay, cool. Next one. Bitteschön. Is the game interesting for esports players by providing tournaments or ratings?
I think ultimately by going to do that, I mean, we're depending on what we ship with. Like there's some rating stuff we're going to put in. Obviously, PvP is another big direction, primarily for ladders and that sort of thing. That's going to be stuff we develop over time. So the answer is yes, but it's going to be over the distance of development. We have a lot of stuff to get for launch. That's the kind of thing we'll probably put after pretty soon.
One of the things we're going to be doing post-launch is we're going to get feedback from all the fans. We're going to look at telemetry, we're going to look at player feedback on our forums and all you guys in our community, and we're going to use that to guide what we build from content pack perspective, expansion pack perspective. We're going to be supporting this game for years. That's our commitment, is to make sure that you have a game you can look forward to, ongoing content, ongoing expansions, and additional features. And really, we're going to respond to your feedback on that too, including what you enjoy and what you don't enjoy. We'll try and make a great game for years to come.
Okay, cool. Next question. Okay? Alright. Hey, your question, please.
Hi. If we buy this game in Germany, are we able to play this game in English too with English voices?
Yeah, we should be doing that. I mean, that's one of the things that we will make available. So you have options in that regard. It's a regional lock. It's shipping in French, German, and English, and you have options for what you want to do.
Okay, cool. Steve, next Frage. Next question. Okay,
Hey, du bist dran. Deine Frage bitte.
Considering rates, in size of you can rate with 8 or 60 players. Two questions considering rates. A, if you start a raid, how do you choose if you rate with 8 or 60 players? And B, if you rate with 60 players, will the gear you achieve with a 60 player raid will be considerably better than with the raid with 8 players?
I can answer the second part. So in terms of the gear, yeah, there's going to be for the bigger raids a better view for sure. I don't exactly know the answer to the first one in terms of how do you trigger it. I mean, there'll be sort of conditions when you go in. I think I've seen it when we play it right now. It's actually spontaneous, so I don't think there's any gate on it. But I think they'll probably have to put some sort of like gates and hey, we do the big one there for the individual loop. Yeah, maybe a different gate. There's a couple ways we can do that. Like there's race at a different character we can start with. So there's a couple ways.
Okay, cool.
Make sure it's nice and clear whether it's 8 or 16 in the raids in the operation.
Okay, cool, are we cool? Okay, wir sind cool. Jetzt kommt hier noch die nächste Frage von dem her. Your question, please.
My question was, how did you guys convince George Lucas to actually let you build an MMO in the Star Wars universe? Was it just out of this great cooler experience, or was it something personal, or like any other way?
The question was, how do we come to develop the Old Republic in the first place?
How did you convince George Lucas?
How do we persuade LucasArts on this? Well, I mean, we've had a great partnership with LucasArts over the years. I mean, we're passionate about Star Wars. Our team is, and we know all of you are. And we've always wanted to make great games and great universes. And Star Wars is an area, is an IP that we're very passionate about. And we worked with LucasArts before in Knights of the Old Republic. We licensed our technology for Knights of the Republic 2, and we had a great experience mutually working together. So a lot of mutual respect. And I think we just started talking about what would be the next project. How could we work together